Hey, good morning, everybody. I've entitled this brief video here in praise of biblical and theological education. Uh, I remember a couple times when I was in seminary, and then also when I was pastoring, that I would hear an occasional, we don't believe in going to seminary because we have the Holy Spirit as our teacher, and uh, sort of against any kind of formal education in biblical studies or theological studies. Um, and then more recently, an individual, I think, it innocently told me that his church didn't believe in doctrine, and he was kind of proud of that. And taking it in a good sense, I think what he meant was that they tried to stay away from controversial, divisive doctrinal issues. All right. Well, all of that would be so unfamiliar to Paul. And thinking back over the book of Colossians, one of the things that impressed me as I read through it, and I'm sure it did you too, is his emphasis upon understanding who Christ was. And you've got in the first couple of chapters of Colossians, you have more of a concentrated Christology that I think just about in any other book of the New Testament. Ephesians, of course, comes close to it, but and then there's the times that Paul uses the terms that would be synonymous with knowledge or understanding or wisdom. He uses the word gnosis, of course, which is the idea of uh, the Greek term Gnostic or Gnosticism comes from the Greek word gnosis. And then Paul's more familiar epignosis, that's used often in Colossians. But then you also have the word wisdom that in the New Testament only appears more times in the book of 1 Corinthians than it does in Colossians. And then you have another Greek term that is sunesis, that in non-biblical Greek, as in Homer, he used it to depict the coming together of two rivers, which I think is an apt picture of the translation in our translations of the as it being understanding or basically understanding or intelligence. And so that's used 5 times, not very often in the New Testament. 2 of them here are in Colossians. And so Paul's antidote to some of the nonsense that was going on in the church of Colossae was to deepen your roots and understanding in who Jesus was. Get a firm Christology. Deepen your understanding of that. Be filled with it. I make no apology for being a student of the Bible and for teaching the Bible, and I just want to thank you for being part of this exercise in your Corbin experience and elsewhere, of being good students of the Word, but also of theology and doctrine. Make that a priority, and the Lord will bless you for it. Thank you.